Nalini is also joining us for more details on that. Nalini, petitions after petitions have been dismissed by court, talking about the fact that the Chief Minister, while in ED custody, can't run a government, can't run the Delhi government. But this may just change now, given that this is not ED custody anymore. The Chief Minister is behind bars, 15 days in Delhi's Tihar jail.
Well, yes, Neha, till 15th April, rather, he has been sent to judicial custody. And what the Enforcement Directorate has told the Rouse Avenue Court, the special CBI ED court today, is that he has been completely non-cooperative during the custodial interrogation that's been happening. They've said that the passwords for the mobile devices that they had seized from Kejriwal's house are not being provided to them, because of which the interrogation is not being concluded. But at the same time, what they've done is that there is a recent Supreme Court judgment that allows them to go ahead and keep these additional 4 days of custody that they have remaining with them in the bank to exercise at a later date if possible. So maybe that is something that the ED legal team is strategizing at this moment. Maybe at a later date. In fact, they've also told court that they want liberty to seek his custody even at a later date, despite the fact that he might be sent in for judicial custody right now. At the same time, before the Delhi High Court, there was also a PIL regarding Arvind Kejriwal running the government from inside Tihar jail. And on that also a status report has been called on by the Delhi High Court from the Enforcement Directorate on the specific issue of whether or not Kejriwal can issue any orders while he's in Tihar jail. In addition to that, the High Court also said that the PIL that has been filed to restrain the CM from issuing orders has to be treated as a representation by the Enforcement Directorate, which means that the Enforcement Directorate is likely to respond to the High Court with details as to whether or not Arvind Kejriwal can even issue orders as the sitting Chief Minister of Delhi from behind Tihar jail or not. It remains to be seen exactly how these cases proceed, because at the same time, the court is also likely to hear whenever Arvind Kejriwal's lawyers approach for bail. They might also be taking that up for hearing, and as to whether or not CBI will swoop in to take custody of Arvind Kejriwal before he is able to get himself bail from the trial court is something that we have to wait and watch out for. So there will be very fast-paced developments even in the coming days on this story. It remains to be seen exactly what happens.
Right, it's a big setback for the Delhi Chief Minister. 15 days in Delhi's Tihar jail. I'm also going to be bringing in Preeti, my colleague, who's joining us live right now. Preeti, how do you look at this development from today? You know, there are two ways of looking at it, really. Can the AAP milk this to the hilt and also garner sympathy votes in the run-up to the Lok Sabha elections, at least in Delhi, saying that we have been targeted by the central government-controlled agencies? Or is this going to be a bigger setback for the AAP, given the face is behind bars? Arvind Kejriwal, at least for the next 15 days, can't be campaigning. All that he can say is one sentence that he does occasionally each time he appears in Delhi's Rouse Avenue Court.
All right, Sneha, you know, it's a battle of narratives, it's a battle of perception, and the Aam Aadmi Party trying to bolster on that. Where it comes down to Arvind Kejriwal now being in jail, it's going to be a huge setback for the Aam Aadmi Party. Primarily why I say that is when Arvind Kejriwal was in ED remand. At that point of time, he was allowed every day a half-hour meeting with his family. Sunita Kejriwal used to meet him every day for that half hour, and that is the time where Arvind Kejriwal used to strategize, he used to plan, he used to issue orders, he used to give the party the next course of action on what to do the next day. It was day by day, the strategies used to come from Arvind Kejriwal himself. Once he goes to Tihar, once he's in judicial custody, that changes, because then only once a week will Sunita Kejriwal have access to him. And if he becomes inaccessible, then how is he going to run the government? Now is it when it's trial by fire? Because the Aam Aadmi Party is adamant that Arvind Kejriwal is not going to step down. He's going to remain as the Chief Minister of Delhi, and he's going to run the government behind bars. You can see, on the other hand, the LG has been posturing for a while now, and this is the time when it will all boil up, because the LG now can say that this is unconstitutional, what is going on, and go in and recommend President's rule. Now, the Aam Aadmi Party, it's a catch-22 for the Aam Aadmi Party. If they want stability, if they want the government to continue functioning, they can move in and change the Chief Minister, but by doing so, it's going to somewhere down the line weaken the party base is what the Aam Aadmi Party fears. So they want Arvind Kejriwal in the saddle. They want Sunita Kejriwal to be his voice to the people. For now, it's, as synchronized as it might be, but it's running according to plan. Mind you, one thing is very clear, that it was never, it hasn't come up in the last 3 days on what the plan of the Aam Aadmi Party or Arvind Kejriwal would be. This was in the makings. They knew he was going to be arrested. They had strategized. They knew exactly what they would do day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. But now is when, a lot will be dependent on what the Aam Aadmi Party will do, because now this is the next chapter unfurling in Arvind Kejriwal's arrest. He goes to judicial custody. He's going to be in Tihar for the next 15 days. It looks like now the long haul, if we go by precedent in the cases of Manish Sisodia, of Sanjay Singh. So will the Aam Aadmi Party now go cower with pressure, crumble under pressure and change the Chief Minister? If they do so, then what they feel is their worst fears could come true. The party in Delhi could break. Because mind you, this is not just about Lok Sabha elections. It's also about the state elections which are there next year. They need to strengthen the party. Right now, the Aam Aadmi Party has numbers. What the Aam Aadmi Party would hope to do in this stand is, if the Lieutenant Governor somewhere down the line says that, listen, I recommend President's rule, what's happening is unconstitutional,